Hey everybody, STUDmuffin here. If this is your first time dropping in the channel, thank you for dropping by. Very thankful that you're here. Want to make an announcement before we get into this part 2 of the Frank's campaign playthrough. I have a community poll for everyone who is subscribed to go ahead and go cast your vote on what campaign you'd like to see me play as next. We've got 4 options. We've got Macedon as number 1. Number 2 is going to be Armenia. Number 3 is going to be Carthage. And number 4 is going to be the Germans. So, and if you're not subscribed, you can feel free to just reply to the comment down below and cast your vote there. But without further ado, let's get right into this part 2. Okay, last time on the part 1, we had a lot of struggle fighting the Romans constantly. Couldn't catch a break. We've got a large Roman army here. Don't have a second army to come down and defend, so I'm just kind of delaying their army by letting them take this settlement here because it's really not that valuable to me. It's not making me that much money, and I decided to just besiege Augusta, Treverorum here, and they have a pretty high populace, so I plan on exterminating the population. That should give me a huge chunk of income, along with putting me back up in a decent income projection. So let's go ahead and end the turn and go ahead and start this battle here. What is he bringing in here? He's got 2 Comitatenses, and then of course the Federati infantry, or Foderati, however you say it, and then of course the garrison army. Pretty weak. Okay, we've got a ton of command stars with our generals, so hopefully that will give us an edge. A general is not easily overcome who can form a true judgment of his own and the enemy's forces, by Vegetius. Always, when I see any quote by that guy, I always think of Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta, my favorite character. If you've ever seen Dragon Ball Z, how could you not love Vegeta, right? Speaking of shows and stuff, recently my dad hung out with me Tuesday, and we decided to watch a movie that my boss recommended me watch. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend you check it out. It's called Pacific Rim. So if you are familiar with anime, which anime is amazing as well, for those of you who don't like anime, that's okay. Maybe one day you'll convert. But so basically, there's an anime called Kaiju Number 8, which is based on like huge giant human, or not humanoid, but giant creatures that are like, you know, a threat to humanity, and all the humans have different militaries that they're basically recruiting from to try to defend the Earth against the kaiju, the monsters. And so sometimes they use like mechs, sometimes they use just like, you know, military weapons and stuff. But there's a real film based off kaiju called Pacific Rim. And if you're unfamiliar with Pacific Rim, it is a amazing movie. Highly recommend you guys check it out. The second one I have not seen yet. Me and my dad plan on watching it next Tuesday. But the original Pacific Rim, it was amazing. Please go watch it when you get the chance. And then, of course, drop back by and comment on one of my videos and let me know what you thought about the movie. But without further ado, let's get right into this battle here. Got some pretty good range here with all the javelins. Oh my goodness, that is so satisfying. Oh, that's so nice. Just watching them melt, bodies laying all over the ground there. Probably don't have enough missiles to completely wipe the units though, but I was at the perfect distance to where I've got plenty of time to throw multiple volleys. Down to 38 troops there. They're routing already. Okay, well, let's just encircle these guys here. Pull these guys up. Hit these guys head on, and then wrap around the rear. Of course. And then turn these guys to attack them. Take them off of skirmish mode. Probably going to lose this unit of Levy Spears if I don't get over there quickly. Let's turn this on triple speed. Just like that. Of course, my archers are running through my men, trying to reach those Federati infantry. But let's pause. And then, of course, my archers should take those guys out. Okay, never mind. I totally missed this. Somehow, I forgot all about the reinforcing army. Okay. My bad. I got so sidetracked talking about Pacific Rim. Okay, we got Limitanye. Let's do a war cry. And then let's set our archers up like so. Readjust. We'll set our spears in front. Something else you guys may or may not know. So when you're in battle, if you want to know where your troops are going or what formation they're going to be lined up once they reach their target destination, all you got to do is tap the space bar, and that shows the original movement or the original position that I requested they go to, the archers here. So this is showing their projected formation once they reach their destination. That's really cool. So you can kind of like plan ahead with where to send your men by doing that. And the perfect example of that is, so now that I know where my archers are going to be, I can set up my spears in front like this. Let's run these guys, and then let's run our spears. Just like that. I want to make sure these guys can wipe out that general. Taking some casualties there. Let's get on the flank there. Boom. Kill the general. Are you serious? Okay, run this way, please. You guys charge here, and then you guys charge here. Of course, these guys already were on war cry, but I can go ahead and at least engage. Nice. We killed the enemy general. Let's get our general out of there.
Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
Okay. And of course, archers fire. Encircle those guys. And hit them with my general. Alright, there we go. Decent little engagement there. Kind of mitigated that mishap where I didn't realize there was a second force, even though I knew they were there. I'm not targeting these guys. My archers will finish them off. There we go. Boom. That's how you wipe out 2 Roman armies. There we go. A brave man may fall, but he cannot yield. Latin proverb. Nice. We got Treverorum. A extermination of the populace will give us a good amount of chunk of change there, along with just being able to recruit some good units here. Let's see. Let's retrain up our spears. We lost 2 units, I think, there of spears. But I don't really want too many spears in my army anyway. It's good to have some, but not to have a whole army of spears. Kind of a balanced makeup of the army. Let's go ahead and hire the heavy sword here band. Retrain up the sword here band from here. And hire another unit. Can we do anything here? Let's just go ahead and hire more. Not too bad of the upkeep there. These guys are a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I prefer the heavy sword here band over the regular. Just because they have more armor, more protection against missiles. And missiles in RomeTotalWar are OP for sure. What can we build here? The 100-men hall? Or no, that's the barracks. This is the Great Hall. We'll do that. I don't really want to increase my garrison any, but I will if I need to. Can we build the Christian church here? Maybe? It's not going to give us too much of a bonus. Need to start converting the religion in the area as soon as possible. Getting the 100-men hall will give me the access to the Francisca, which are very strong melee infantry, but they have axe throwing capability, which is insane. It's awesome. I'm going to build the Christian chapel and then go for the church, and then I'll start going for the hermitage and the monastery to unlock the paladins. That's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge, I'll tell you. Let me tell you, folks, okay? Let's see. Let's build... What do we want to build here? Should we build the farms? Or just build the 100-man hall? I think I just need to focus on economy at the moment because it is suffering. We can jack the tax rate up. We've already got our recruitment going. We can't retrain our archers here, but we can send them back to the capital and retrain them there. That'll give me a little bit of a public order bonus. Let's see. Yeah. What am I? Okay, I'm probably suffering a lot due to paganism. This guy's 51. Dude, he's still young. Faction leader that's still young. I'll be able to take full advantage of his crazy command stars. Yeah, I think we're good for now on recruitment. This, oh gosh, a full army of comitatenses. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to start getting more heavy sword here ban as soon as possible. Of course, I can probably start recruiting some more mercenaries. Indifferent commander, scout, pagan. This dude kind of sucks. All right, let's go ahead and add, or no, give trade. That's what it is. Okay, so something a recent viewer actually notified me of. Of course, I've already explained how you can change your family member's religion, or any character for that matter, diplomat, assassin, scout. You can change all of their traits by doing like this. You just type in, there's the little key below the escape key on the keyboard, little squiggly thing. You just pop that up and that'll give you your text window. But you type in give trait with the underscore, and then you would type in quotations, the name of the select character. So this case, it's going to be Rodolph. And then, of course, parenthesis again. And then I would type in Christian. Don't forget your caps. And then something like that. So once you hit enter, instead of having to type it out twice, because for those of you who knew from the video I posted last time, to remove a current religion, you would just type a different religion in, and that's going to remove this current paganism. But you would have to type in the same thing twice, because the first time it removes paganism, and then the second time you type this out, it'll actually give you the trait. But instead of typing it twice, I had a viewer explain to me how to basically make this a whole lot quicker. Once you hit enter on the first one you typed, all you got to do is hit the up arrow on your keyboard, just the little up arrow, and that should copy and paste the previous thing that was written. Oh, wow, that's so much easier. That's so much quicker. So yeah, now you guys see Christian right here. It took 2 times, but of course, now you can just hit the up arrow. That's a whole lot quicker. Thank you again for that follower who notified me of this. That's going to save my playthroughs a lot of time, just typing everything out. Okay, well, he should probably stay in Treverorum. This guy, is he Christian? He is. What's our family tree look like? Okay, so we got another son coming in about 4 turns, 5 turns-ish. So basically, any son in your family tree becomes a general at the age of 16. And of course, all your daughters become marriage candidates at age 12, which is freaking crazy. That's how it was back then, I guess. Oh, gosh. So let's see. Is that assassin? Yeah, that's an assassin. Do I have an assassin here? I do. Let's go ahead and kill this guy then if we can. Oh, nice. Boom. Do we get the trait? No, we didn't get a trait increase. But he is Christian, so we'll keep him in this settlement. This guy's Christian as well. This army here needs to be disposed of eventually. Let's see. Our spy here is Christian as well. So something else you guys can do. As you can see, my family member in here is Christian. The diplomat here in my region's Christian. And the assassin in the settlement's Christian. Well, a way that you can basically convert your religion in any region a whole lot quicker is just to mass produce agents like diplomats, assassins, spies, whichever one you need the most for other reasons, and just give them all the Christian trait or the pagan trait, whatever religion you're going for, and just send, it's crazy, but just send like 20 diplomats in one region, and that's going to be an extra 5% to your religion times 20 or whatever number you do. But that's just a kind of quick way that you can convert your area's religion quicker to where you suffer less public order penalties. Let's see. I think I'm ready to end my turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and end the turn. We'll probably get attacked, though. From Augusta Vindelicorum. Yep. Let's just auto-resolve. There's no point in fighting this. I did take a lot of... Or he took a lot of casualties from that. So, that was nice. Okay, we are still positive in income. Let's go ahead and continue to hire more. What are we looking like on weapon upgrades, etc.? I don't know why this guy thinks he's going to attack me. Should I send my army northward and take out the Saxons? I think that's what I'll do. That'll give me access to sea trade, which will boost my income a decent amount. And then I can start training up a second army to handle the Romans down here when they attack me. They should be able to reach me in one turn from this. Did I not recruit from this? I didn't even recruit from this settlement last time. Let's start training up archers. And then, of course, train up more sword here band. The farms will be good. Okay, now... What did he have here again? Archers and Limitanier. Okay, what can we do? I'm just going to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 units. We'll do something like that. Yeah, that looks about right. And of course, 4 or 5 sword here band.
General, orders, chief.
What's in this army? Not a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and send this guy up. Just to take Colonia Agripinna. We'll do 1 ram. And then we'll drop the tax rate by 1 notch. Jeez, this is insane. Suffering a lot there with the public order. Should be fine, though. We got bonus coming in here from the public order on the Christian chapel. And then, of course, we'll have another unit of garrison, which will give us a little bit more public order bonus. This little rebel army here is just like chilling outside. Hopefully he delays them. Can you continue the recruitment? Although I left my spy in here, I couldn't take advantage of him getting those gates open for me or nothing. But we'll go ahead and quick save on that and end the turn. We're just going to continue to keep bolstering our numbers here. We'll do another heavy sword here band, another one. And we'll do another one. Or we'll do the archers, rather. There. I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 archers per army. Are these guys in reinforcement range? They are not. Let's go ahead and take Colonia Agripinna. Nice, we got another mercenary golden band available. Nero Flavius here. He's got decent traits. Strategist. That's insane. Conversion by force. Has a negative effect on public order. I've still got more command stars than you, brother. Self-control is the chief element in self-respect, and self-respect is the chief element in courage. By Thucydides. Thucydides. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's just send the mercenary golden band in to break the gates. We'll do both of the spears on both flanks and try to get some missile damage in there. Can't remember if he has any archers, but we're just gonna do this. Oh, nice. He's not even at the walls. What is that? Limitanier? I think that is. I can tell from here. Yeah. Limitanier. So let's just rush them with the golden band, and then we'll swoop in from behind with the general and wipe them out pretty quickly. Something like that. And the general up front. Let's get him in a narrow formation. We'll go more narrow. Something like that. Just to be able to traverse through the city streets easier. I don't see a point in bringing the other golden band.
The way is open. Let your men kill all the cowards inside.
So I could easily move the golden band into one of these little streetways, pathways here. And that will... Yeah, let's do that. Let's move the golden band here. Then we will move our spears in. Should we? Yeah. Let's move our spears in like this. Let's do triple speed. And of course, we'll do this as well. And then these guys turn off fire at will. Guard position. These guys turn off fire at will. Just like that. Okay, let's do spears. Nice. Okay, never mind. Line up. Why are you doing that? Get out of there, brother. And then do this. Now I'm going to try to get some missile damage in here if I can. Let's do this. Hopefully I can get some crazy casualties with my missiles here real quick. Guard position. Okay, let's see if we can get a cool clip right here. Okay, they should all be in range. Let's go normal speed. Fire at will. Yes! Okay, I'm so excited to see this. You want to see 4 units of spears throw their peelan? Gosh, dude! That general didn't stand a chance. They all targeted the general. I did not expect that. Oh my goodness. That is so satisfying. Victory. Yep, let's just hold position. Throw the spears. Gosh, dude, that is insane. I'll take that. Jeez. Oh man, I love stuff like this. They didn't stand a chance, man. Okay, I'll take that. And they still had almost half their javelins left. I wonder how many they have. That's insane. Okay, should we occupy? Yeah. We'll leave. Or actually, let's destroy the temple to Mithras. Destroy the temple to Mithras. Should we? Let's recruit a little bit more first. What is this giving me on the bonus? 10% is paganism. Okay. Now we're back in the positive. Let's do Christian church. We'll do Christian shrine. Or should we do the farm first? Let's do the Christian shrine. Okay, we'll do 1 unit of levies. Retrain up our levies here. What are we looking like here? Let's bump the tax rate. Okay. That's being completed. Okay. What is this 100-men hall do? Doesn't give any extra experience. Yeah, it does to the heavy sword here ban when you reach the Palatine barracks. But the Temple to Mithras I have now is giving me the XP bonus. So I could probably break it next turn because I'll need to start more construction anyway. Okay. I think I'm ready to call this turn. Yeah. Can't do anything else. Quick save. Quick save. Still in the positive. Only 1,200 in our funds. Okay, we need to build something here. But we don't have enough to do much. This increases paganism, so we're not going to do that. So if we destroy this, we'll just build the temple or the Christian shrine. Took advantage of getting that XP bonus from the pagan shrine before we destroyed it. Now we'll start building our levy for the settlement. Something like that work. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Of course, Colonia Agripinna, we're able to get that farm there. Don't have enough to get any more levies, though. We could go ahead and take Campus Frisii. Probably. So I need to send this golden band to the capital to retrain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. Going to leave out with my faction leader and the golden band that needs retrained, and we'll take out this small army. Now, if I would have moved out with a bigger army, they would have retreated, and I don't want that because the further I have to bring my general, the less movement range he's going to be able to go in the opposite direction to take Campus Frisii. So let's go ahead and wipe this small army with what we got. That's a lot of, I think that's maxed out on command stars. If not, it's like 8 or 9. I think 9. But, you know, doing these little battles like these little battles right here, the better your results, I think, the more likely you are to get traits and ancillaries. So doing these little battles, they are a little bit taxing, draining, constantly doing every little tiny battle manually instead of the auto-resolve. But I think you're more likely to get traits and ancillaries by manually battling and getting better results than what you would get with auto-resolve or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's run. Let's sprint toward these archers because pathfinding, they're wide open. They're gonna climb the mountain, looks like. That's fine. War cry. Just like that. Boom. Shouldn't take many casualties there. Oh, geez, how did we... Oh, they threw their javelins. Okay. We did take like 20 casualties. Okay, let's do this. Wrap around. Boom. Here we go. That's the route. In the battle. Lost 30 men. Not bad. Okay. Now, he's still not going to be able to make it in one turn. These guys can't make it either. But they can if I bring them slightly out of the city. I've got a plan. On the next turn, I'm sure he'll be able to reach him one turn. So, let's go ahead and send this guy to the capital. And we're about to get attacked. So I want to try to plan this out perfectly if I can. Send these guys over to retrain. 60, 60, 60. Perfect. And then lower the tax rate. And we'll have the levy, which will bring us back up in the green. Okay. And then, of course, we'll have this army come down on the following turn with our faction heir. And that's going to give us... Okay. That should be perfect. We'll have a second army coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Heavy sword here band. I'm not going to bring them all out. I'm going to do 6 with this army with the faction heir. And I'm going to move the other 3 up to Agripinna. And move them up as well with the mercenary golden band. That'll be 2 mercenary golden band, 3 heavy here band for this army, with 3 or 4 of the spearmen and the 3 archers, and then the archers for my faction heir's army should be here in Alemanni. And I'll train up a 3rd archer next turn if I can remember. I think we're set. Okay. So what I was going to do before I end my turn let's do this, and you'll see why on the following turn. Lower the tax rate. We can't hire... Oh, that's why I brought all of them out. We'll do that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, quick save. Okay, now we will end the turn. Suitable husband, Amma, good looking, and pagan, Kunrad. He looks cool. I wish he was younger, but because of how old he is, I'm going to decline, considering he really doesn't have any good traits either. He's good looking. Ha! Ha! That's all you bring to the table, brother? Alright. Vicus Alamani completed the temple, or the Great Hall. They haven't attacked yet, actually, which is strange to me. So instead of building the archers, I think I'm just going to go ahead and build more levy. We have to, unfortunately. We really don't have anything else we can do. We can bring the tax rate up higher. Oh, geez. That is not going to be good. They're going to... Let's bring the spy here just to give more Christian bonus. That should help me out some. Let's go ahead and bring the faction heir. We'll do the 3 archers. Actually, no, the archers that I'm using with him are down below. Okay, so then we'll do all the heavy experienced ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a third. 6. Okay, move them down. Oh, geez, that's going to be rough. We can at least bring these guys in. It's not going to do a lot better. It's going to give us 25%. That's an extra 10. So we'll go up to 60 from this building. This guy's Christian. Let's bring him. Are we getting any? Okay, so this settlement is converted to Christian already. So it is stabilized. Let's move this guy in here. What's he got? Nothing really.
At your service. Yes.
Okay, well, we can at least do everything we can to mitigate this public order issue. They're out of range. Let's bring our archers out here.
Forward. Orders. Forward.
Why did I do that? This guy's out of range. Shoot. I did not mean to do that. I'll have to retreat them. That's what I'll have to do next turn, is retreat them. I was just going to leave them there and then join the army up with them, but I'm out of movement range. Rookie mistake. Okay, let's drop the tax rate. Now you guys will see what my plans were here.
General.
Quick save. Attack. Just like so. Then boom. Now they're all in range, and we got the ram. What's he doing here? I can't really bring these guys out this turn because of the public order issue. Only got 30%. Man, this sucks. What if we actually remove all the characters? This is an assassin. So if we remove like that... Nice, I got the trade increase. So by doing this, will that'll keep me pagan, which will, I don't know if that'll be good or bad. Let's retrain. Of course. Something like that. That's going to be taking me into the 40% range. That's going to be no good for us. Man. Yeah, I don't have an option here, I guess. He's not providing any kind of... Let's see. Do I get a penalty from my governor's religion not being the same? Public order? No, just unrest, squalor, and paganism. Paganism is causing 90%. It's going up to 100% next turn. That's insane. Well, we can at least bring as many characters into the region that we can. Do we have any characters that are pagan? There's 3 characters in the region that are pagan. So I'm going to have to kill this guy, maybe. Yeah, we'll try to do that. We'll try to kill that diplomat. This one's pagan as well. And then there's probably another hidden character that is pagan. I'm going to quick save though, because if this settlement riots, there's a chance that the faction, the governor here might die. So I can just reload the save if that happens. Okay. Then, of course, this settlement's probably going to riot for a turn or two, but I hope it's not too long. Paganism is the biggest cause, of course. But once we get the region converted to Christian, that's going to kind of give us a more stable area. Despicable treachery. Sigmar was converted. That's dumb. The Romans converted. Okay, well, we did not lose our family member there. Colonia Agrippina, rather. They did riot. We don't have the money to do anything at the moment. And of course, Vicus Franki. 45%. Jeez, we gotta start killing some of these people. Suitable husband. Ta'ama. 19. Confident commander. Amalric. We're gonna accept this guy because he's young and he's Christian. He's there. Let's see. Yep. We gotta start killing some of these guys, man. That's another one. Quick save. That guy is a lower % chance of being successful, so let's wipe out this guy first. If we can. Okay, let's reload the save and hope it works this time. Fingers crossed.
Killer waiting for orders. Death approaches.
Yes, we got it. Okay. Well, that's one character less in the region with paganism. We're slowly converting the region. Neighboring regions are pagan. This is starting to become a little bit of an issue. We got the retraining. So let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Send this guy up with the faction leader. And at this point, these settlements are just going to riot. And probably revolt. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take this settlement then while we're here. Nothing good. And then we can press up and take the Saxon capital. The more regions we take and convert to Christian, the faster the area will stabilize. But it's just the early part of converting an area's religion is the worst part. I probably should have waited to convert to Christianity till later on once I earned more, had more money and controlled more regions. Okay. Let's go ahead and line up here. And then, of course, do something like that. Let's do this. And, of course, do that. Hit the gates. See if we can get some more Pila action here. Of course, the Saxon levy spearmen do not have any Pila. Or javelins, rather. I'll take that. Javelins incoming. This unit's probably going to get almost wiped out completely by javelins. I always send in any unit I have with javelins right up close to the walls just to get as much kills as I can before I even enter the settlement. And if you got, like, you know, some strong infantry like some heavy peltist or some, you know, units with secondary, like, you know, these levy spearmen who have peltist like as a additional weapon, those are so much better than just plain peltists, because plain peltists of course have less defense. So if they have archers or anything inside their walls, then they can't, you know, kill as many of these levy spears as they can your peltists. So, you know, having units that have peltists or, you know, javelins but have, you know, at least decent shields are perfect for putting right up next to the wall to throw in some javelins there and take less casualties. Let's go ahead and... oh, we got some range on them. They're wiped. That's insane. Yeah, I think with the Franks, I'm probably always going to keep levy spears in my army just for the javelins. I mean, they're good against enemy cav, but they're so good with the javelins. Probably that's the most valuable thing they have is their javelins for sure. Let's see if we can bait these guys.
Our warriors have taken the walls.
Yep, bait success. Nope, they changed their mind. What about their cav? I'm going to send everybody in. Like so. And then send them in like that. Send our general in. I should have waited on that. Send him out of the way so I can get my formation lined up quicker. A little bit in the way still. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, brother? There we go. I'll take that. Now, let's do 2 on one flank, 2 on the other. I like that idea, probably the best. We'll space them on opposite sides, that way they might be able to get some good back shots. Right into the enemy's back there. Let's bring our general up. Walk, so he doesn't run through the formation there. Alright, I don't want to send these guys in a run. Let's just walk them. Like so. Give these guys time to line up as well. Now we can run. And run with you as well. Get the general in there. And then war cry. Let's send him in here. Oh geez. Send him in the front. Just like that. We don't have any extra
Warlord lies dead.
Pila.
He can drink with his ancestors and watch his
Okay,
boys.
just like so. Run, 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 run. Charge, run. Boom.
This is no longer a battle.
That's one way to do it.
Hunt. No.
I'll take that.
Victory.
Beautiful. Okay. True contempt of an invader is shown by deeds of valor in the field by Hermocrates of Syracuse. Or Hemocratus. I don't know how you say it. Okay, let's go ahead and I don't really want to destroy it because I want it to grow. We can occupy. That's also, oh, dude, that's going to increase our income by a lot. I'll take that, brother. I'll take that, brother. One more movement.
Unable to move.
That is going to give us a little bit of income. We just don't have the extra income right now. Man, I just don't have anything at the moment. We're going to have to do something to get more income in here, brother.
General. Chief.
Let's do this.
March. General.
I don't know which direction he's going to take around here. Hopefully he can join up. Like so. Yes, he can. Cool. That worked out. That worked out, brother. Let's bring the tax rate back down and send our army out. I've got to start sending something down here. Let's do low tax rate, actually, and move all of our garrison out.
Yes. Yes.
I've got to start doing something militarily to get ahead. Nice, I'm still in the green. I'll take that.
Orders.
Let's recruit one more unit of bows. Quick save. Okay, that will put us at a good spot. We'll have a decent army once these guys join up here. We'll be able to take the Saxon capital. And then from there take Campus Chatti. Or actually go over and take the Burgundy capital. And then of course, we'll start moving south into Rome. And then I'll need to train up a third army to move west. Take all these Roman settlements. Who's this guy? Harius Corpulentus. Corpulentus. Something like that. This little army is trying to sneak by. Okay, time for a battle.
Orders. Destroy.
Okay, let's rush these guys. He is best secure from dangers who is on his guard even when he seems safe.
Day has dawned. This.
Day has dawned. It's a brand new day. Troops. We're gonna give it to him. We're gonna sock it to him. Remember, when you think that the enemy is better than you, you don't know. Because once you go up to them and you say, oh yeah, your mom, then they're weak. They become weak. You gotta tell them they're mom. Alright. Move out. Let's hit these spears in the front. Something like this. Let's do shield wall. Do this. Actually, let's put our spears from behind. That way we still get the peltis range or the javelin range, but yet can keep the heavy units in the front. Get a little bit of a tighter formation with our general there. Just like so. This music is so cinematic. Okay. Now Now run. Run, men. Run. Run to your destiny. Right, sir. We'll run to our destiny, sir. We got it, mate. Alright. Run up the hill. Surround them. We forgot to send our archers with them. Run. Run for the kingdom. And you run as well. Man, we're just going to have to reform manually. Are we in range with any javelins? I don't think we are. We are with our archers, though. This should trigger them. Something like that. He's coming in from around, and we got the Comanches. Oh, this is a cool little pathway. I didn't recognize that. A cool little bottleneck. Huh. Maybe he wanted to engage me there. I'm gonna take the high ground, though. So I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi, mate. Okay, they're just getting mollywopped by those archers. And some jabs. And we'll go ahead and expend this unit of javs. Might as well. And then we'll turn the archers off of fire at will. Halt. And send our general in to wipe them out. This is what a cavalry charge looks like, mate. Uphill, because we're not scared. Boom. That's how it's done. The Frankish Paladin Bodyguard. Gotta love it. I don't think I took a single casualty. Alright, let's bring our army up. We'll bring them up here. I like that. That's a pretty good position to have. Let's walk our archers. Just because they're a little fast compared to the rest of the troops. They'll mix up the formation too much. Not like these guys aren't already doing the same thing. Alright, now we can run. Okay. Perfect. I like that. That looks good. And then something like that. This is the position we will hold. Beautiful. Throw those jabs in. Where are they running to? Are they retreating? They're retreating, bro. Alright, well, if they're going to retreat, let's block off their retreat. Run down the hill. And cavalry charge down the hill. They're broken. That's crazy. That is insane. That's crazy good. That was an awesome turnout. Who could have guessed? We lost a few of them that escaped, but oh well. Triple speed? Actually, yeah, focus on those guys. There we go. We'll take that. Let's go. We took like no casualties right there. About missed this guy. Let's go ahead and wipe him while we can. And then turn around on him. Beautiful. Almost missed these guys. There we go. That's a decent amount of kills there. Here we go. I'll take that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yo, that's crazy. 1,064 compared to 3 losses. That doesn't happen every day. Another day in paradise, mate. Alright. I'm going to ignore this army. And come straight down. Yeah. Let's do that. I'll lock that. Did I quick save? I can't remember. I might could have just went ahead and besieged the town and bring the rest of my army up. Load. I'm curious. I'm going to do something. Save. No, that's not. Okay. Save for the Franks. Yes. I'm going to try something. I can't remember if I quick saved before this. I want to see where my quick save is. I quick save all the time. And it saved me a lot. Yes, I did quick save. Beautiful. All right. So, this is going to be awesome. Let's do another quick save. I don't know why I just did that. I'm going to move my general here. Oh, why did... That's so dumb. All right. Let's hope I can get this. Let's hope. If I can somehow maneuver this in a way to where I can pull this off, then I should be able to take or besiege the city this turn. Or the town this turn. Okay. Is he going to come toward me? I'm going to let him come toward me to try to waste some of his stamina. By walking, he is going to lose stamina, but by my cav walking, they're not going to lose stamina. So if I can get him to constantly, like, walk toward me, they're going to run out of stamina, which will give me an edge. I'm going to just fast forward through this because it's going to be a little bit of a long process. I'm just going to let them walk as long as I can until they're exhausted. And then once they're exhausted, then I'll charge with my cav because my cav's going to stay fresh no matter how long it walks. But if I'm not mistaken, these guys, the more they walk, the tireder they get. I'm not going to be able to see their stats though, just because I'm not close enough to them to see their stats. But let's walk in this direction. And I will fast forward until they are exhausted. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and charge here. I think they're at a position where I can do some damage. They're warmed up. Didn't take any casualties, but I just was able to hurt them there. Let's go ahead and power through. Charge through them. Now they're separated. I took 20 of them out. If I can wipe out these archers, it's going to give me a boost. These guys are in Skeleton formation, whatever that is. Okay, well, they're going to stand there. Okay, just like that. We don't want to give them too long. They're probably already fresh again. I'm going to wait till I'm fresh. I'm going to try to give them a good charge. Winded. Yeah, they're going to be fresh. Oh, well. Let's see if we can do this. We'll be charging straight into the Skeleton formation, or however you pronounce it. They have lost 20 men from the one charge, but I lost about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost like 7 men from the first charge. I'm going to make sure I blow the trumpet when I send my guys in so that my general doesn't go in head first. Let's do double speed so I can manage this properly. Just like so. They lost 20. Nice. I lost 7. Or 4, rather. I lost 4. And they're in that charge. Cool. We'll just cycle, rinse, and repeat. Fresh. Charge. Blow the trumpet. Just like so. They lost. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Alright. We're getting some good results here. I think they're going further and further down this cliff here, too. Which will give me a little bit of a charge bonus. I wanted to make sure I set these guys up on the cliff side and charge them from the high ground, because you do get a charge bonus that way. 66 cav. Okay. Let's go ahead and send these guys in again. Okay, they're down to... We could do something like this just to maximize the spot that we hit from. Line them up like this. Yeah, I know this is very tedious, very time consuming. Fresh. Kill the enemy warlord. Steady shaking. Let's just continue to stay here. Break. Come on, break. Break. We're losing a few. Hopefully we don't lose our faction heir here. Wavering. Come on, break. Don't lose my faction heir. Break. Come on, break. Down to 50. Wavering. Yes, okay, our faction heir is somewhat safer now. He's out of the fight. Cool, we're good then. Come on, continue to... We're not losing any more men. These guys are warmed up. I'm winded. Come on, our faction heir is still safe. I think we're going to win this, guys. They're still wavering. Yes, we won. Let's go. Oh, wow. A little bit of patience, a little bit of tedious planning, and you can get a lot done. That is awesome. All right. Now my plan has happened perfectly.
The enemy have been utterly broken.
Heroic victory. Dude, that's insane. We did all that with just my faction heir. All right. Now, my original plan. Why I did this to begin with.
Victory! General.
Quick save. Watch this.
Attack.
Yes, sir. My plan has worked perfectly. Now, regardless if he attacks me or if he doesn't attack me, I'll be able to get this settlement if I win the next battle. Oh my goodness. Auxilia, Palatina, some Plumbatari. This is going to be a crazy battle, dude. Oh my goodness. This is not going to be great at all. This is a very strong force coming in with plenty of full reinforcements. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, that's insane.
Yes.
My goodness. Okay, we're going to quick save. I don't know. Might be best if I wipe this, take this, levy spears, bring them back out, my army, and use this to stall and collect some extra income. What is the population here? I'd probably just exterminate the population to get extra income. I've already quick saved like 5 times. Okay, we can't build anything. Faction heir and a family member is here. That's 2 small armies. I should be able to wipe them. Okay, we can't do anything else. We might as well end our turn. Of course, they rioted. Okay, good. My family member survived. Okay. 3 committed tenseis. And of course, this army. This is insane. Double shield and sword upgrades. Some other trashy troops, but these guys are... Ugh, I'm worried about them. Those Auxilia Palatina. Sheesh. It's going to be a crazy battle. We'll probably... Hopefully we'll pull it off with the least amount of casualties possible. He is best secure from danger, who is on his guard even when he seems safe. We read that on the previous quote by Publilius Cyrus. Okay. You know the drill. Do the spear warband. Move them up. And we'll bring this unit of spears up as well. We'll do the shield formation. Triple speed. Reinforcements should pop up somewhere. Now I can move my archers in. These guys don't need to get too close. Let's just bring my archers up like so. Tensei, Samatanye. Do something like that. I like that. That looks good. What can we do here? Are they able to fire? Yeah. Okay. Drop the ram. What are you doing? I didn't ask you to charge. I asked you to throw your pila. Halt. This is already chaos.
These are more heads for our warriors to collect in triumph.
Let's do this. Boom. Perfect. Archers are getting some good shots there. Walls are taking damage. Got some good javelin throws in here. I'll take that. Guard position, guard position. Get those guys out. They're taking friendly fire. Beautiful. Got some good jabs coming in. Why are you... Get out of there, dude. Ah, pathfinding, bro. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Look at all these bodies. You know, half of them are mine, but... Okay. Getting some good shots here. These guys are too close to the walls. Good. Fire at will. Fire at will. Beautiful. Some good kills in there with the javelins. Beautiful. You're beautiful to me. Can we go ahead and take these gates? Let's go ahead and take them. Might as well. Let's not guard position. Now let's hit the gate. Okay. Move up. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gosh, I almost lost my faction air. Okay, well. Turn these guys off of fire at will. Okay. Go ahead and send these guys up. Just gonna use my general's aura here.
The gate is broken. Your warriors have done brave work with the battering ram.
Drop the ram. Shield wall. Shield wall for an extra bonus on the defense there. Charge. Then get the shield wall up there. Go on the flank. Okay. Get these guys from the side. Attack here. Got some good engagements here. There's the Plumbatari. Let's go flaming missiles. Get some good kills on those Palatina. Heck yeah. These guys look sick. These are another unit from the Darthmod Rome edition. The Auxilia Palatina. You guys probably remember them, but this new reskin looks sick. Those Roman shields. The new helmets. Charge. Okay, well, we need to focus here. Leave shield wall formation. Charge. I'm gonna flank these guys. Do whatever I can. Getting some good routes here, hopefully. Hopefully we can do something with this. Cause a mass rout. Yeah, let's just break shield wall. Charge. Break. Oh, these guys aren't even in shield wall. Charge, charge, charge. Focus on these units here. Beautiful. Okay, now you kill all the routed units. Break shield wall. Charge. Break shield wall. Charge. Break shield wall. Charge. Jeez. These are the Plumbatari. They're literally the same as the Committed Tenseis, but they have increased missile damage. They have the darts instead of the Pila, which are insane. Whoa. Get out of there. Okay, you get out. Charge this way. And then you charge here, charge here. Nice. Got the route. Let's send our general in here. Let's take these guys off of flaming mode. Take these guys off of flaming mode and shoot. Charge. Nice. This ended very well. Shoot. Pause. Just like so. Just charge him with your swords. That's fine. I'll preserve ammo that way. We'll go double speed at least. Let's get these guys over here and do some kind of a charge to break these guys. Wavering, hopefully they'll break any minute. They should break very soon. They're wavering already. I don't want to lose my faction heir though. Let's pull him back out. I don't want to chance it. Fire. Charge in. Are any of these guys in shield? Oh, they are not. We'll go fire at will. These guys are wrecking my men here. Exhausted, shaking. Hopefully that'll break them. Nope, they're not wavering. My goodness, dude. Man, I don't want friendly fire, but man, I've got to get these guys to break. Do flaming missile. Fire at these guys. I just gave you new orders. Good, they routed. They're not even wavering. How are you taking damage from the tower? Get out of there. These Auxilia Palatina are still killing it over here. I don't think he has anything else. Hopefully they break any minute there. Yeah, these Auxilia Palatina are just killing it over here. Charge. Boom. These guys are beautiful. Look at that. They have such a cool skin. They almost look like Spartans in a way. just without the Spartan helmet. I guess they don't really look like Spartans. They look like Romans, but they look cool. I like their design. Okay, hold up. What's going on over here? I'm not having the best engagement here. Let's come up this way. Okay, then let's just take these guys off of fire at will, run them up. These guys are just killing it. I mean, they're a force to be reckoned with. What do we even got here? Veterati Cav. We do have the 1 unit of spears over here. These guys are just holding on for dear life. Holy cow. They're slowly losing men. This battle has just drawn out. Are we still losing over here? Holy cow. These Plumbatari are like invincible, dude. That is insane. Good. Finally. Okay. Now, let's bring these guys up here. Very tired, unfortunately. Let's bring our unit of archers that's left. Let's bring them over here. Perfect. Triple speed. And fire. Let's actually fire into this mess here. Holy cow, dude. Holy cow. Let's hit the Limitania or the Federati. Instead of the flaming missiles, that's not really going to do anything for the morale. I'll just go for kills. I am not so certain I'm going to win this battle, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not so sure I'm going to win this battle, to be honest with you. This is not looking so good. Not looking so hot. Let's do this. Let's pull them here and here. Triple speed.
The enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
What do we got going on here? If we can kill the general. Nah, we didn't. It's all good. We were able to take out most of the cav. I don't think we're winning this, but we're going to try to do something. Whatever that something may be. Let's run these guys up. Well, we at least were able to take out 2 huge armies down to almost nothing left. Yeah, we're not winning this. There's no way we're winning this, dude. There's no way. Yeah, we're not winning this. Let's retreat. That is insane. But I'm curious as to what the numbers were, to be honest with you. Holy cow. That is a lot of strong units left. Well, that's that.
Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
We can at least finish off the cav. And then we can run. Alright, I'm going to fast forward this. It's nothing really interesting to watch here. Okay, here are the results. So I did get more kills than they did. Their army was almost twice as large as mine was. But the biggest factor in this defeat was their unit roster. They had so many units of Comitatenses and Plumbatari. And then also they had those Palatina. And they all had the silver shield and silver sword upgrades on those guys. They were sent straight from Rome, probably the strongest recruiting area that the Romans have. So, okay, withdraw from that. Okay, well, we lost the capital there. Faction announcements, coming of age, casual adulterer, hooting, pagan, and then one more. Cherio Maris. Feeling poorly. Great. Wonderful. What a strong general. He's going to be a governor, and then this guy will be a general. Even though he's getting a little bit of a negative bonus there to balance out the positive. Let's go ahead and let's give trait to Burke, Ard, Christian. Just like so. And then, what about this guy? He's already Christian. Okay. We'll accept that. What happened here? They had revolted there as well?
General.
They did revolt there. We got revolts left and right, folks. And this guy, general here, that's great. What about who they have left? We wiped out the biggest majority of that force. We just don't have the money to recruit at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do here, honestly. Man, this is a sticky situation here, brother. I'm going to have to leave. Let's do this. Let's leave this garrison in here. Send our faction leader here. Send the army here. And then we'll leave that garrison there. Do we have the spy anywhere around? He's here. Let's break the siege.
Break off the siege.
Yes, master.
Jeez. Gold shield upgrades?
Yes.
Nice, we got the gates broke. Quick save. Just weak troops. Can't take them. Can't not watch our guard, though. Man, if my faction leader was in charge of that army that my faction heir was in charge of, I would have won that battle. Because of all the command star bonuses. I don't know why I decided to break my forces off in two and charge up to the Saxons. I got a little overzealous, a little greedy there. Okay. Minus these guys. Shield wall. Choose the golden band. Actually, let's keep them for that army down south. Preserve their strength. Let's do the spear warband here. We'll do the archers here. And then, of course, the general here. We'll do this. Move these guys up. Like so. Take them off of skirmish mode. Then run our general up. Kill them without even engaging. That's definitely a bonus I'll take. Okay. So they're spacing their men out all around. So let's split up our forces.
Our warriors have taken the walls. Now the streets will run with blood.
And then we'll do this. Bring our spears up. We'll bring our archers up as well. Okay, we'll do something like that. Bring our archers up here. Let's bring them in like this. Something like that. Bring our spears up. And bring our golden band up. Okay, now let's pause and charge here. Charge here. Just like this. Run. These guys are running already. Good. Send the general in. Get in position, men. Are they out of range? I think they are. Not from the archers. Reposition. Okay. Just like this. Beautiful. I'll take that. Okay. Now, these men over here. Break out a shield wall. And charge. Same with you. Run this way. Well, actually, no. Run this way. Or this way, actually. Not that you're going to make it in time, but maybe. Break out of shield wall. Getting some good shots in there. What about you over here? Good results. Chase the archers. Those are archers. Okay. Shield wall to get the bonus versus the archer fire. Getting some good results here. Okay. I'm going to go on triple speed. What are you doing over here? Are you getting any better results? Steady, tired, exhausted, shaking. If these guys lose to Limitanye, that's going to be sad. They are. They're going to lose. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. It's going to be close. Okay. Now, charge in. Okay. Take that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. There goes the archers and hit them from behind. Let's get a cinematic charge here. Boom. Now we'll speed it up. We'll do that. Okay. War cry. Charge. Just like that.
The enemy warlord shows his worth. The enemy warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors.
Why are you having a hard time attacking? Like, what is going on? Why can't you even do anything? Okay, these guys are glitching out now for some reason. These guys are glitched. I can't even select them. I can select them. Okay, there we go. It's almost like they're in shield wall, but they weren't. It's strange. Never experienced that glitch before. Okay. Get in there. Beautiful. There's the victory. And we did pull off this little engagement here. They're retreating now.
The enemy flees
Do the battle.
like frightened goats. Hunt them
And
down
charge.
and slay them all.
Are they going to make it? Nah, they're not. Charge! Boom. Powerful charge, mate. Beautiful. Alright. We need fought no more because we won. Let's take that. The wall shall shake at the noise of the horsemen and of the wheels and of the chariots. Ezekiel 26 and 10. Okay. Occupy. Could have exterminated, but... Okay. Retrain. Should we retrain? Or should we retrain this force here? I don't know. Maybe we bring this army with the generals back. We do low tax rate, leave 1 unit of levies.
General.
Just to stall.
Forward. No more moves.
Bring the tax rate up a little bit. Not going to retrain those guys. Can I get reached? No, I can't be reached. Okay. Very limited on what we're able to do right here. Very limited. Let's retrain these guys. Do we have... Okay, poor cavalry commander, +1 when attacking. What about this guy? Indifferent commander. I have terrible family members. Every one of my family members' traits are trash. Like, look at this. Even this guy is, like, decent, but he's not good. He's my faction heir. And he has, like, almost no good traits. Now, this guy has 1 command trait. This guy, he gets +2 to morale, but then he gets -1. Like, literally, all my family members here, you know, +1 attack when attacking, but -1 when having cavalry. Indifferent, negative attack. And then this guy up here, feeling poorly. I have the worst family members I've ever had on any playthrough ever. Horrible luck.
Who shall die this day?
Let's try to kill somebody. Can we kill anybody that's pagan? What about any of these guys? No. Let's try. Well, that sucks. We'll reload that. Try again. See if we get it. It's about time to end this part, but we're going to do a few more little things. We'll try the kill here again.
His death is near.
Didn't get it, but we didn't lose any traits, so I'm fine with not reloading the save. Can't really retrain a whole lot here. Can we move? We can't even move these guys. We don't really have anything we can do, but I think I'm going to call it at that. This has been part 3? Part 2. This has been part 2 of the Frank's campaign playthrough. So don't forget to go cast your vote either in the comment section below. You can reply to the comment there, or you can cast your vote on the poll for any one of you who are subscribed already, and cast your vote on which campaign you would like to see me play as next after the Seleucid and the Julii campaign are done. But yeah, without further ado, hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed evening, morning, noon, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.